What's up, YouTube? It's NFT Jeff here with NFT for Newbies. And today we're going to be going over the top 10 terms that every NFTer needs to know. That's right. If you're getting involved in NFTs and you don't know these terms, you're probably losing money. So I'll see you inside today's video. What's up, everybody? NFT Jeff here, and today we're going over the top 10 terms that you must know. So first things first, everyone's heard this, FOMO, fear of missing out, but this is one thing as an NFTer you're gonna experience, man. I'm telling you, I've experienced it so many times. You start seeing people shilling off their projects, talking about how great it is, especially when I'm really a big fan for utilities. So when they start saying they've got utilities and DAOs and tokenomics involved, my ears perk up, and a lot of times it can be a bad thing. So watch out for the FOMO or fear of missing out. It will drive you sometimes to jump in, ape into projects that you wouldn't have gotten into normally, or you might make a bad decision. So be careful of this one. And this is why I included it. Most of you are going to know what F.O.M.O, FOMO means, but don't fall prey to it. You do your research. Okay. Another one, F.U.D. This is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. This is FUD. You're going to hear this all the time. People talking in Discord. People talk about it on Twitter, Facebook groups. FUD, that's fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It's when people are talking crap on a project or bringing it down. And that's not meaning that it's not necessarily true, mind you. It might be. This FUD might be real FUD. But quite often, especially in Discords, I find somebody will say something, somebody else piles on. Next thing you know, you've got a billion people just nitpicking at everything when really the initial problem could have easily been solved or maybe was in the process of being solved, but now it just spreads like wildfire. So be careful of FUD. A lot of times it's just a reverse hype almost. But if you do your research, like you always hear me say, you won't get stuck and have to worry about FOMO or FUD. So next thing we're going to be talking about is airdrops. Now, this is a big one with certain campaigns. Like, for instance, if you look at Dogepound or some other projects like that, crypto dads, well, they didn't do an airdrop, but a lot of times they'll do projects will drop or give you right into your wallet, a NFT. Dogepound is one that I mentioned just a second ago, and they airdrop pups. So you actually can wake up and have money in your wallet, believe it or not. Well, not money, but actually NFTs. One of my buddies just recently was with Alex Becker's project, Neo Tokyo. And he got a byte dropped to him, I believe is what it was. I'm not in the project. I got to look a little more deeper into it. Congratulations on that, Alex. But he got a byte dropped to him, and it was worth I believe it's 23 grand or something like that. So he's blowing it up. Alex is just crushing that with his project. But anyway, that's what an airdrop is. You literally get dropped right into your wallet in NFT. So next thing we're going to be talking about is pump and dumps and rug pulls, okay? Pump and dumps more of a crypto term. I mean, you can do it, but it's more rug pull is a term that they use in the NFT space. So a pump and dump is when a lot of people start hyping up a coin or hyping up an NFT, get it to a certain height, and then sell out so that they can get it at literally its highest point because they know that all the hype that they're making, all the pump, is usually false and is just nothing but hype. And that's one of the problems with FOMO and doing things online. It can happen fast. Sorry about that for the snap that messed you up, but it can happen fast out here. And sometimes if you're not paying attention, you'll miss out. A lot of times, though, more often than not, it's some type of false hype. A lot of times. I just found a project this morning that I started looking to, looked great, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a rug pull, which is the next thing I'm going to talk about now. Is a rug pull is when someone comes into an NFT project and on the front end of it, they nail it. The marketing, the promotion, the websites, the following, even though when you really dig deep, like for instance, this one project I was looking at this morning had 16,000 followers on Twitter. But my personal preference, if there's not a 5 to 10% roughly engagement rate from the amount of Twitter followers they have to the actual post, and this pretty much works on all projects and all social media, there should be a 5 to 10% engagement. You'll see 18,000, 10% would be 1,800. Half of that would be 900. So 1,800 and 900. And they were getting 150, 200 likes and comments on a post is really low engagement, really low. And the retweets are really low. So these are things you have to look for. And what happens with these, they'll do all this stuff right on the front end. They'll have the Discord, they'll have it all, but they'll have bots. They'll have all types of different ways to make it look like it's way larger. And they'll promise things on the back end. Oh, we're going to do 100,000 this. We're going to do 10,000 for each of these, all this type of stuff, because it gets you so hyped and so FOMO that you're going to miss out and not get one of these special whatevers. And because of that, when that happens, after they mint out and they sell all the different NFTs through the whitelist and through the mint, which we'll get into those terms in just a little bit, they disappear. They'll literally disappear. The site will shut down. The Discord's gone. Twitter is, account is deactivated. They'll shut everything down. And then everybody's left holding these NFTs that are now valueless because the tokenomics, everything they talked about it, and tokens are just a type of cryptocurrency like coin that you use. So sorry, I don't want to add too many terms here, but all the special bonuses that go along with it disappear as well. So that is a rug pull. Now, the next thing you need to know is your private key or your seed phrase is another word. Now, these are usually, if you sign up using MetaMask, you're going to get 12 words. And these are the 12 words that it gives you that is your ultimate key to your wallet. One of the reasons why I want to talk about this is because this is one of the scams that people do is they ask you for your seed phrase because, oh, there's an error connecting or something like that. Realize you're going to have your initial seed phrase that you're going to learn it the first time you create your actual wallet. And then when you connect your wallet for the first time to, if you're using MetaMask, to whatever browser you're on, you're going to be asked for your seed phrase, then to put it in, and then never again. Never again. So when you first connect MetaMask up, they'll ask you for your seed phrase, or you'll have the ability to create a seed phrase at that time if you're creating a new wallet. But you'll hook it at that, and then from then on, it should always be your password, especially on that browser. If you go to another browser, you'll have to put your seed phrase in for the ultimate connection. But this is the ultimate key, and if you lose it, you lose connection to your wallet. Okay, so like if you sign out or whatever and you lose this, you can lose your wallet. There's been millions, hundreds of millions of dollars lost because people lost their seed phrase, or whatever you want to call it. I've heard a bunch of different terms: private key, seed phrase, secret pass phrases, but whatever. It's the same thing. It's those 12 words. Some different wallets and different things will have different variations, but I use MetaMask the most. 12-word phrase. That's going to be your ultimate key. Now, if somebody gets that from you, guess what? They have your ultimate key. They have access to everything. And there's nothing you can do. There's no crypto police. There's no NFT FBI right now. So until there is, protect this thing with your life. And that goes into the next thing that I'm going to talk about is a digital wallet or a hardware wallet. You really need to get a hardware wallet. It's going to protect your seed phrase. It's going to allow you to store it somewhere. I've heard people say all types of silly stuff. Take a picture of it, send it in the cloud, all types of stuff. But realize all that stuff's hackable. And if they get it, then they've got you. So I would highly recommend getting a hardware wallet like a Ledger or something like that. This is a fob, a key fob, looks like this right there, that you actually plug into your computer and it stores your seed phrase for you so that you don't have to worry about it. So it's a level of protection. We'll get into Ledger and all different types of tools and things that you can use to protect in other videos, but I just want to cover that because it's something that it's a nominal amount, especially if you're investing in NFTs, but it will protect you to the utmost. So next thing we're going to talk about is minting. Minting is a process, and there's multiple levels when you make on the actual creator, the NFT creator's website. You go there and you click a button, you'll connect your wallet, and then you're usually able to, it depends, some are as little as 1 or 2, some go as, you can mint as many or make as many as 5, 10, 20 I've seen before. When numbers start getting big up in the 20s, I'd be careful. We'll talk about that in other videos. But again, this minting process is making. It's your making process. It's the original creation. And the cool thing about minting is you pay a set price, whatever it is. And you could get one of the ultra rare ones, or you could get the most common one. You don't know. It's like sort of a slot machine a little bit. You pull down the handle and you could either hit jackpot or you could be, hey. But the cool thing is at least you get one no matter what. This is different than the secondary market like OpenSea. Now, these are marketplaces that people store their NFTs where anyone could buy them. And usually when a NFT is going through minting, when you buy it, at least this is the way we did it for llamas, we had it automatically uploaded to OpenSea for you. So it automatically went to this marketplace. Now, it wasn't for sale until you wanted to make it for sale or whatever you want to do it, but this is just one way you could store it. So again, the minting is the actual sales process off of the person's website. And there's two basic different levels, really. There's what we call usually a whitelist or a pre-sale. This is a limited amount of these minting or making of the original NFTs go out to usually a select audience. You know, it's friends, family, special celebrities, people that maybe it's like our llamas, we guarantee a certain amount of minting for all the projects we work and different people we work with. So maybe it's getting, you know, maybe you own an NFT that's getting like Dogepound or something like that, just giving you access to whitelisting. So you can go through them a lot of times by going through their Discord or their Twitter and doing different contests or different types of promotions you can get on, or you can join stuff like NFT Think Tank, the program we have, and that also will help guarantee you on whitelist. But anyway, whitelisting, special access, you get to buy it, and it's usually at a lower price than even what's the next level, which is your public launch or just your public minting, or your public sale, it's also been called. This is what you're right now when after the minting or the whitelist has gone on, the next one's going to be your public sale, and this guy is when it's open to everyone. And this is, you know, sites have been shut down because there's been so much traffic that people aren't ready for and things like that. This is when it's just open to everyone. It's like, I want you to think about like when they open the doors at like Black Friday or, you know, those different rush. So everybody's rushing through and it's going crazy. And all of a sudden, you know, they're trying to get the thing. That's the same thing with NFTs. That is the public sale. Thing that sucks about the public sale, take something like Mechaverse, where they had 10,000 images or 10,000 NFTs, and they had something like 80 or 90,000 people trying to mint them. So you're like a 1 in 9, like 0.08% chance to get one or something like that. Like, it's ridiculous. So you got to be able to get in these whitelist to really get some of the best stuff. I mean, sometimes you can get in the public sales, but like I said, it's like Black Friday, everybody's rushing through. You might get it or you might get trampled. Who knows? So again, the next thing while we're talking about minting, we'll just touch on the secondary market again. There are tons of marketplaces. There's different ones on different types of actually crypto. So you've got like, there's Polygon, you know, there's Solana, there's Cardano, there's Ethereum, which is the most popular one and that's used by OpenSea. And I usually compare the other ones, like they'll work and they might not have gas fees, or there might be, and we'll get into gas fees in just a second here. Obviously, she'll order these a little differently, but anyway, gas fees or any other negative things that go along with them. But the problem is, it's like comparing Amazon to like Etsy or some smaller type of sales organization. Do you want to be on Amazon where there's 100 million people that could see your NFT, or on Etsy where maybe 1 million could? You know, it's really about the numbers game. So I usually recommend, at least for the way things are right now, everyone go to the secondary market OpenSea. But that's just my personal opinion. Now, these secondary marketplaces are where your NFTs are going to be stored and sold, you know. So if you decide that you get into whatever project you are, you minted it, or if you're lucky, you got in the whitelist, you're going to be able to now do what you want with it. You can go, you can sell it, you can keep it, you can trade it, whatever you want to do. And now on the secondary market, that's where you go and actually put it up for sale or auction. You can do auctions as well. So the next thing is ties into the secondary market is the floor price. Now, whenever you buy an NFT, there's really two spots you want to get into a project at. It's either the very top, because these are the most rare, most valuable. So if you have the income, you have the disposable money or Ethereum or whatever you're spending, get in at the top, especially if it's a blue chip, or a blue chip's just like blue chip stocks, where it's going to be an NFT that's going to be around forever, that has a lot of value. It's not dropping or the floor could fall or anything like that. So if these guys are, if you're getting in, you want to get in at the very top or the very bottom, which is called the floor price. This is the lowest priced NFT of that collection. The reason why you want to get in the floor price is it's usually the easiest way to get into a project. Some projects, no matter what NFT you have, you get certain benefits, and maybe you just want to get in that. Or maybe the project's selling a lot, and because people always buy in at the top or the bottom, they very rarely buy in the middle. You might buy a bunch of the floor out looking to flip it, make a minor increase in the price. And because there's so much demand, people will buy them no matter what. I mean, that's how some of these projects get up to 8, 9, 10, 20 ETH, and they haven't even been revealed yet, some of them, so they don't even know. So you can really what they call sweep the floor, which is buy out the lowest ones, be able to resell them. And this isn't, financial advice or anything. I'm just saying this is what people do, and it's worked for me. I've done this before as well. And put them just a little higher. Now, because you've raised the floor is now what the floor is, and people will buy them. So it's either, like I said, when you're looking to buy on the secondary market, get in at the top, get in at the very bottom. Very rarely, unless there's something in the middle that you're attracted to, it could have a trait or characteristic that you like, that you want. I would not recommend usually going for those, because the chances of you reselling it drop dramatically. Remember, unlike crypto, NFTs don't have instant liquidity where there's always a buyer. Right now, if I go buy $10,000 in Ethereum and I want to go sell that immediately, I can. There's always a buyer, okay? I might lose money or gain money in it if it's moving, but I will always be able to sell it, and there's fees or whatever. But still, I can sell it. And if an NFT, if you put it on the marketplace and no one's interested in it, you're stuck. So these are one reason why you want to buy two at the bottom or the top. Is the top is where all the higher value is going to be always. Pretty much always is going to be at the top. So then if you want to sell it, you can put it at the top if you have one of the top ones, and then it's going to be a slower mover usually, but there's a chance that someone will buy it that's also interested in being at the top. Because realize at the top, it's a status symbol. It's, like CryptoPunks, one of the reasons why they are so popular is because it's a status symbol. If someone sees that, they're like, oh, this guy knows his shit. This guy knows what he's doing. So yeah, status symbols usually at the top. Again, at the bottom, it's easier about flipping or just getting into a project. So that is the floor price and secondary market. Next thing I want you to know about is roadmap. This is usually the outline it's usually on the website. You can sometimes find it in other areas, but they should have it on their website. If they don't, it's something you might want to worry about, of what they're going to be doing during the launch and post-launch. That's one of the biggest problems I see with projects, that they don't talk about the post-launch strategy. Can be a little scary. Doesn't mean it's a rug pull, but it's something you might want to worry about, because that's great that they play. And the roadmap is just usually in stages. They might do it 20%, 50, 75. And when they have 20% of that project sold out, they'll do X. And then when they hit 50, they'll do Y. And 75, they'll do this. And 80, they'll do this. And up to 100%. And then usually a good project will have a post-minting or post-launch roadmap as well. Okay, and within 30 days or first quarter, we're going to be looking to do this. So keep an eye out for that stuff too, because getting up to the launch and launching is great, but what do? They need to have a strategy. And if they don't have a strategy, I would worry a little bit. So you want that roadmap to not only be during the actual launch itself, but post-launch as well. I don't like percentages as much, just because if you do a minting well, you do a launch well, you should sell out pretty fast, 24 hours, 3 days, if not instantly, depending on, but still you'd sell out pretty fast. And then, so that means if you sell out instantly, let's say 30 minutes, let's say you sell out, you're going to go from 0 to 100% within 30 minutes. So then you all of a sudden have these things stacked up on each other. I would much rather have sometimes like timelines, I think might work a little bit better for some of this stuff, but that's just my personal opinion when it comes to launches. So that's the roadmap. What the roadmap is an outline of what's going to be going on during the launch, when they hit certain milestones, what they're going to do in response to that. So the final thing we're going to be talking about is gas, okay? Gas is the fee that it costs to do a transaction or make something happen on the Ethereum blockchain. It's determined by how much volume's happening on the blockchain or the Ethereum blockchain at that time. So if a project hits and there's 20,000 or 80,000 people trying to mint and everything at the same time, Ethereum or gas prices can go through, not Ethereum, but gas prices can go through the roof. Haven't seen myself. The highest I've seen is $500, which is just crazy to mint something. But I've heard 1,000, 1,500 and beyond have happened before when there's been what we call gas wars. That's another hidden word we're going to get in here in the top 10. Gas wars are when they could be multiple projects minting at the same time, one large project. Anyway, there's a ton of action happen on the network at that time. And because of that, because they have only a limit, there's only so much transactions they can watch at one time, they get to charge more for it. And that's really how it works. So, and there's people and processes in place that actually allow these transactions, improve them, and pick which ones go first, and all types of stuff. But that's what initially, I'll do a whole video on gas itself one time and get deep dive all into this for you guys. But that's on the simplest level what gas is. It's the fee you pay to the Ethereum blockchain to do a transaction or to make something happen on the blockchain. It's you, and we as creators have no control over it. They set it, and then, like I said, when you get in the gas wars and there's a lot of transaction happening, causes the gas to go up dramatically. And also the price of Ethereum itself does reflect into gas prices. Right now, Ethereum is above 4,000 and gas is at the all-time high, no matter what. I literally got up at 2 a.m. because gas, you can usually get it better late at night, early morning, or weekends, or some of the little tricks to be able to try and get better gas. 2 a.m. is like still $250. Couldn't believe it. Anyway, got on tangents there, everyone. Talked a little too much. I just love NFTs, as you know. So these are the terms that you have to know. This will help get you in NFTs, break you out of that newbie cycle where you're just guessing what people are talking about, and actually give you a little bit of intellect to be able to carry on a conversation. So hopefully this helped you out. I'm NFT Jeff, and this is NFT for Newbies. Thanks so much for watching. Please hit that like button, turn on that notification bell, subscribe to the video if you found value in this, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.